here is a look at beautiful Des Moines. It's in Iowa, as you probably know, with hours to go until Republican voters in the Hawkeye State weigh in at caucus sites around the state's 99 counties. Republican presidential candidates are, of course, making their final pitch ahead of tonight's meetings. Amanda Rooker, Finn Gómez, and Ed O'Keefe join us now. Amanda is the chief political reporter for our Des Moines affiliate, KCCI. Finn is our CBS News political director, and Ed O'Keefe, of course, is CBS News senior White House and political correspondent. Amanda, let me begin with you. On behalf of Iowans all over this state, they're hardy folks. You expect them to show up tonight?
They're hardy. This is what our meteorologists are calling a, quote, once-in-a-decade storm. So this is even something that's a little bit intense for Iowans, although I've seen people out in shorts in this weather today, which sums up about how Iowans feel about the cold.
Semi-sane people out in shorts. So, very bad idea. Very bad idea,
right,
folks.
Right. I mean, we are talking about dangerous temperatures, right? There is a concern that people could even potentially get frostbite if they're standing outside for long enough. However, I've been talking to some county GOP chairs. They have been saying that they are concerned about the cold. They're trying to move check-in tables back inside to try to make sure that people are not standing outside. And Iowans that are diehard, who they know who they plan to caucus for, they tell me that they plan to still turn out tonight. They're going to brave the cold. So
Finn, Gómez, about 187,000 Republicans participated in 2016. We don't know what tonight's turnout's going to be, but it could be lower, and that could be a factor in weighing the magnitude of whatever happens here.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, I think but there could be that expectation that could be lower than in previous cycles because of the weather, despite the shorts and the cold weather hardiness, which I'm not going to try. But I do think that, I think there could be a lower turnout than expected because of that.
Right.
But it's really about that fervent base. Who has the most fervent base? Who's got the grassroots operation? And that's really leading into the caucuses. That's what matters.
And Ed O'Keefe, when we talk about grassroots operations, there are two campaigns that have it. Trump and DeSantis. There's a sort of rental grassroots operation Nikki Haley is using. Assess those three factors.
It's like an AstroTurf route operation, right? It's Americans for Prosperity helping out Nikki Haley, but the other two have certainly planted seeds here, and they have been doing so since the spring. Our Aaron Navarro and I were here back in the spring when DeSantis' super PAC, Never Back Down, began the process of knocking on doors, the tedious, tireless, thankless work that has to be done by operatives, many of them who come from out of state and are paid to do it, but who do it regardless, to raise awareness about a potential candidate's candidacy. And of course, Donald Trump has done it. And you think to yourself, well, why would he even need to do that? He's the former president. And so what if he's established a phone banking operation and he's sending out postcards to volunteers? Well, that's how it's done here in Iowa, successfully by those that prevail. He didn't realize that back in 2016. That's why he lost to Ted Cruz. His operation is taking this state quite seriously now, has poured millions of dollars into it, and believes that ultimately a professional operation that helps organize what is a once-in-a-lifetime fervent base of support should be enough to help him easily and pretty quickly tonight be declared the winner.
Amanda, I want to pick up on what Ed just mentioned. I was talking to someone with the Trump campaign this morning who said last night there was a phone banking operation and they had a goal of 50,000 calls in one night. A decided difference from 2016.
Right.
And you're here every day. You've seen this.
Right. Incredibly organized. So I was over at that Urbandale headquarters, Trump headquarters. It's a city in Iowa. I talked to one woman who said she has made 125,000 phone calls. I talked to a family. They have 12 kids, and they have brought them all to volunteer and phone bank for Trump. And one girl I talked to had made 1,500 phone calls, that night. So they are pulling in volunteers. They have an extremely data-driven campaign. I talked to the Trump campaign who told me they're identifying first-time caucus goers, and they are also, so that's anyone that is, gone to a Trump rally, engaged in their website. They're identifying people that seem like they are Trump supporters, then they're comparing those names to lists that they got from the Republican Party of Iowa of people who haven't caucused before. I mean, that is incredibly organized and something that Trump didn't do in 2016.
Finn, that falls into the category of leave nothing to chance for the Trump campaign.
It does, absolutely. And I think they have to win, their expectations, and Iowa is about expectations also, even though they're trying to downplay it a little bit. I heard Jason Miller earlier. Yeah. I mean, it's really, will he hit that 50% threshold, right? I think the narrative is, the expectations are that he's going to win Iowa, right? By how much? I did speak to a senior Haley official just before I came on who said, it's not do or die for them, but it is do or die for Trump, and it's definitely do or die for DeSantis. So if you frame it with those kinds of expectations, I think the narrative coming out of the caucuses tonight will be that. Who won, by how much, who comes in second, and how close to the third.
Very quickly, Ed O'Keefe, are there 3 tickets out of Iowa this time?
If they're close to each other. But if somebody falls to a real distant third for whatever reason, depending on who it is, it's going to raise questions about their viability. I think Haley's probably best equipped to come out of here in either position because she has such a commanding presence already in New Hampshire, helped by Chris Christie's exit next week. It is striking and telling that Ron DeSantis goes first to South Carolina tomorrow, then on to New Hampshire, because he believes that ultimately he can find more support in a state that was once led by Nikki Haley and where Donald Trump has cleaned up before. It's harder for him. He needs that closer second place finish in order to really ensure himself at least a few more weeks.
Ed O'Keefe, Amanda Rooker, and Finn Gómez, we thank you. Ron DeSantis' campaign is betting big on Iowa. It has for months and months. The Florida governor visited all 99 counties in the state since launching his presidential bid. That's kind of an important threshold around here. We will eventually, I think when we come back, Control Room, are we going to talk to Andrew Romeo now? Yes, he is. There he is. Okay, I didn't know we were going to do that, so I'm just going to roll with this. Andrew Romeo, thanks so much. DeSantis campaign spokesperson. So, Andrew, help us out. The expectations for this evening for the Florida governor.
Sure. Well, thanks for having me, Major, on what is an incredibly exciting night for our campaign. And I think when you think about the expectations of this race, they are sky high for Donald Trump and they are sky high for Nikki Haley. Donald Trump has been going around bragging about the margin of victory that he thinks he can achieve in Iowa. And then when you have Nikki Haley, you have someone that has spent north of $24 million with false attack ads against Governor DeSantis. She pulled into second in the DMR poll. She pulled into second in the Emerson poll. So the reality is, and her top surrogate, Kristen Nunes, said she's going to have a strong second in Iowa. The reality is, if she doesn't have that strong second, it's going to be a major letdown for her campaign. Trump has sky-high expectations. Ron DeSantis comes into tonight as the underdog, but that's exactly how we like it.
Andrew, can you define what a strong second might look like for Governor DeSantis?
Well, I think the governor said all along he's going to do well in Iowa. And the reason we think that is because we've built the strongest organization in the state. We have over 30,000 commit to caucus cards lined up. We have the endorsement of Kim Reynolds. We have the endorsement of Bob Vanderplaats. We have 41 state legislators supporting us in Iowa. These are people conservatives in Iowa trust. They also trust that the governor will get the job done, that he'll deliver on his promises. So we're going in tonight confident about where we are in this race and the work we've put in.
And Andrew, it was once said by the DeSantis campaign it might win Iowa. You no longer believe you can win Iowa, so you are really going for that consolation second place prize, right?
I think what we've always said is we play to win everywhere. I mean, you look at a state like Nevada, where Nikki Haley is going to go not even try to compete for delegates. That's just not how we operate our campaign. We try to give it our best foot forward everywhere, and the reality is not all candidates see it that way. Now, what I will say is the expectations are much higher on Nikki Haley because of that spending. Look, Major, I mean, if you just look at it, Ron DeSantis has had more money dumped on him than Donald Trump and Joe Biden combined. North of $48 million. Everyone has written our Politico obituary almost every week. The expectations is that Ron DeSantis should have dropped out in July, but we're still here, we're still fighting, and we value this underdog position that we're in, and we feel strongly about where we're going to end up tonight.
And your campaign has always talked about doing this nationally, so you have a strategy post-Iowa. And that strategy starts in South Carolina. Why there as opposed to New Hampshire?
Sure, absolutely. Well, the reality is that the calendar dictates how some of these strategic decisions are made, and the calendar dictates that Nikki Haley will be up in South Carolina in her home state. If she does not win her home state, she will be dropping out of this race on February 25th. We wanted to make a statement in South Carolina, but that doesn't mean we're going anywhere in New Hampshire. We're gonna go up. We're gonna do a town hall on CNN on Tuesday night. We look forward to participating in the WMUR debate, something Nikki Haley has dodged. Why she doesn't believe she owes it to New Hampshire voters to stand on the stage and debate a record vision for the future is beyond us. I think it has to do with a lot of the fact that she is running on her donors' issues and Ron DeSantis is running on the issues that people in America care about, and he will deliver for them. Ron DeSantis beat her badly in the last debate. She does not want any part of him, and that's exactly why she's dodging that debate next week.
Andrew Romeo with the DeSantis campaign. Thank you so very much for your time.